Darkness is spreading. Let's see what we got here. See if I can position my shit on the Derrick Jackson side of the game. See if I can. There you go. There you go. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Microphone check. Oh shit. Can't hide the fade. But I'm gonna hide it. See what we got. And I hope nobody calls while I'm doing my live, because that's another thing. See, chat filter. I'm gonna show all messages. Fuck all that. I mean, screw all that. I made a mistake. Hell nah. Let's see what we got. What is this? What the I don't even know what I just did, but whatever. There you go. Let's look at this real quick. What else we got? What razzle dazzle do they have? You know, it's probably better that I talk about the Keke Palmer thing here. I remember one other time I tried to do a Keke Palmer segment, and I got copyright. Man, that copyright strike hit so fast, you know? So maybe it's better if I do it this way. Loki, I feel so bad though, because I could have easily just went, oh man, I could have easily went back home and do it on my live. Duvant LaBoy, what's up, Duvant LaBoy? What's up, Crypto Party 3540? Hello, hello, hello. What's happening? Man, but it's beautiful to see the hoes, man, expose what I've been saying all along. It's very beautiful to see the hoes. Hi, K9TLY, hello, 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 right? What's happening? I need to see somebody defend. Who's gonna defend Keke Palmer or any of these people? Because there's no defense. Yeah, thank you for subbing, man. Thank you. There is no defense for this. So I don't even know you, but hope you're doing good. Thank you, Big E 2020. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. By the way, I'm just in the parking lot just waiting. I'm gonna do some pickup. Soccer in a little while, but I gotta do this reaction to Keke Palmer and what she said. And Demi Lovato. Obviously, I can't play the video for you right now, but oh shoot. He said, "Are you a Uber?" No. First of all, I don't even think my car qualifies, and then on top of that, nah. I don't have the patience to do Uber. I know I'm doing like a Derrick Jackson style type of video where I'm doing a whole ass, live in my car. I gotta stop, Usually I do all my lives at home. I rarely do it on my phone. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. What's happening, guys? What's happening? What's up? Baseball Live, what's up? Looks like you're gonna slide. Oh, I am. Low key, but not in the way you think. Not in the way you think. Oh man. No worries, Sadie Bortner. No worries. Oh man. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Lorenzo Coronado. What's up? Shout out to the User coming in from Japan saying what's up, right? Those are headlights from my sunrise. I'm like I said, I'm doing this in my car. Just doing a quick live before I do my pickup session. But I saw the Demi Lovato Keke Palmer interview. Keke Palmer revealed when she was 15, her boyfriend was 20, and how Demi Lovato, she didn't mention a specific age, but she had a 30-year-old boyfriend when she was in her teenage years. Okay? And this is the stuff that I warn people about. And they actually admitted themselves that many women do that when they're in their teenage years. They'll just date older dudes. You know what I mean? And those guys are predators, obviously. Yes. But this is the stuff that I try to talk about on my channel. This is the stuff that people used to think I was just, oh no, those are just the girls you're meeting, and you know, these are your, nah, it happens a lot. Sadie Bortner said, "What do you do?" I am aiming to be a full-time professional musician, right? I can only do it part-time for now because what I'm doing in terms of, because my church, the church that I'm playing at right now that hired me is not a full-time position, and I still got to earn that. And the gigs that I have weekly is not enough. So right now I still have my regular customer service job at, I don't want to say the company's name, remote customer service work at, pays decent. Didn't even need a degree for it. But I got to do both of those. That's how I make money. Let me see something real quick. That's what it looks like. You going slide. Can I get a shout out to my parents who left me? Oh God. Yeah, shout out to your parents, man. But anyways, man, this is the stuff I try to warn people about. A lot of, when women are around that age, I think, because I think that the thing is, yeah, when women are around that 14, 15, 16-year-old age, unfortunately, they tend to do things that they're not supposed to do. So they will, instead of going out with their male counterparts that are their age, they will go out their way and seek older dudes to mess with, you know. And every time you mention this, people say that you're a predator. And I'm like, no, I already said those guys are predators. But what can I do as a man if if a girl that you care about, if a girl that you care about is going out her way to see these people, and you're telling her, look, why is this guy hanging out with you? This guy is in his 30s. You my age. Why don't you know what I mean? A lot of guys have that story, you know. Oh, let me say, he said, look at the comments. He said, I said, hi. Shout out to Baseball for Life. He said, no, my parents left me. I need a shout out. Oh, just shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to you, Baseball for Life. By the way, I'll tune into the World Baseball Classic because the Winter Olympics inspired me. I like what I saw from the men's national team in hockey. I was actually cheering. I don't even watch hockey like that, but I watched that live. I was very happy. That first goal, but I don't know who that player's name. That was a sick. He took that shit from the air. He said, "Put that shit in." But shout out to the USA men's hockey team, and shout out to the USA baseball team. I'll watch the World Baseball Classic. I'm gonna tune into that. He said, yeah, Moonchild P09 do. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Moonchild. He said, can we hear your music? All of my stuff is for my band. So, and that's on a separate music account. So I had to be responsible. I had to make sure I separate my personal channel from my music channel. By the way, I gotta make sure this doesn't. Yeah, Pyro man, what's happening, man? What's up? What's up, man? He said, "What's?" Somebody said, "Add a Q&A sticker." Excuse me. There's a Q&A sticker that I can do. He said, "A weird existing law start Q&A." Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I ain't even gonna do that. Here we go. See you get this lotion open real quick. See, I'm trying to open up this bottle of lotion. I'm ashy like a motherfucker right now. Hold on for a sec. But yeah, Pyro, I was just talking about the Demi Lovato situation, the Demi Lovato and Keke Palmer. He says, "I'm good, brother. I see you got a different set of viewers other than the usuals." Yeah, for some reason, when I do my live streams off my phone, this is what happens. So I get weird, like, different types of different viewers. I don't know if these are bots. I don't know if these are real people. I have no idea, you know? When I do it off my phone, it's weird. It's just weird things happen. I think Baseball for Life is a real person. I think Moonchild is a real person. But I saw certain people, and I'm like, what the? This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This I even put that in the title, you know? But Pyro, did you see the Demi Lovato Keke Palmer interview? It's been going viral for the past 2 days. They basically revealed that when they were teenagers, they was dating older dudes, like significantly older dudes. Oh, he said this is the second time. Your first time is with your band, and the oh yeah, that is true. Because when I did it off my phone, yeah, the like the few times I did it on my phone, it's always music related. Like I'll be on like when I was on tour, I went live here, and then when I went on the retreat, the music retreat, I went live, and then when I went to the and now right here, this is the first time I think I've did it where it's just me. What I want to do eventually, I want to do a lives where I go to like New York City and then I just talk or some shit. I just specifically go to Times Square and just act a GD fool. Oh man. But yeah, that because I was supposed to drop the video, but I didn't drop the I didn't drop it. I was way too preoccupied today with work, all of that. Too much stuff. But and by the way, there's one band that I'm in. No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. One of my mentors from back in the day, he's telling me like, dude, you gotta drop this one this one band that I'm in. He said, you gotta drop it if you actually wanna do some ish. Pyro says, Chris, I just know these ladies weren't good girls. They've been in the streets very young. That's what I've been trying to tell people. So that was the point I was trying to make earlier. Because people just automatically think that girls should start having sex at like 18, like the dudes do, or like most boys do, or 17 maybe, like prom night. That's like the prevailing mainstream thought, but it's not that, and it's actually way younger than that. And unfortunately, when I say way younger, I mean when I say 13, I'm being nice. Just to let you guys know, it's 13 is the PC answer, right? Unfortunately, and then on top of that, those young girls, their male counterparts, their male counterparts is usually somebody 4 years older minimum. I've said this so many times. And it's interesting when I say this, I used to get attacked by men. And I remember I said this to in public. I said this in public. And the girls were like, "Oh yeah, this is true, man. And the dudes are just like stuck on stool, like, huh? Yes, nigga, the fuck, where y'all been?" If it's like a if it's like a sexually active 13-year-old female, it's a good chance she's messing with like a sophomore in high school. It's usually like I'm just that's what I usually see. And I don't want to hear that issue where, oh, it's just you. Nah, it's not just me. Oh, XVYJC said, Chris, have you seen Myron make a YouTube dissing CGA? What? When did this happen? Myron should be the last person dissing CGA. Myron literally steals. Okay, look, we share information here, right? I'm telling you guys, were like, if you guys were to start your YouTube channels and then you said, "Yo, I got this from Chris," or if you don't have to say you got it from me. Just know you got it from somebody, right? Most of my information, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, comes from brother Corey Holcomb. He put me onto most of this stuff before anybody in the manosphere. Corey Holcomb would say his things, Zoe Williams would say his things, but I would never have any proof. I would just have my life experience. And then I started watching MGTOW content, everybody else, people in the red pill space, and then they would have like the statistics and all of that. They would have all the stats and the data, and I'm like, so everything that Corey was saying, it's not just me. I'm like, okay, everything is starting to make sense. Now, I believe in me personally, I believe in you got to give credit where credit is due. So if you're quoting somebody, you need to say, yo, I got this from such and such. I got this from, bro. That's why every other time you see, if I say something, I'll be like, shout out to CGA, shout out to Corey Holcomb, shout out to Chronic, right? These are like the main people that I like. Without their content, I wouldn't be this channel wouldn't even be a thing, right? That's why even I gotta even Hammerhand, even though I don't really watch him that as much anymore. There's a lot of people I kind of stopped watching because of their views on certain things, but I always got to give credit where credit is due. They put me on certain stuff that I had no idea about. Now, for Myron to diss CGA, that's crazy. Because Myron, he literally, all he does is steal from other people. That's all he does. And rarely gives credit. He's really good at just regurgitating what he heard. But he it's not like he doesn't even try to remix it. He'll just say it verbatim and then not give credit. You know? But anyways, this is what Myron does. It's funny to me. Myron should be the last person doing something. I should even be hearing no news about Myron doing that. So I'm gonna have to look at that later on. I'm gonna have to look at that. But it's interesting. The Keke Palmer and the Demi Lovato discourse is so funny. Because it's still like you still see the same normie comments. Like it'll be like somebody be like, look, Demi Lovato and Keke, you can't be saying you got taken advantage of. You chose your path, right? And then you always see the same response. Check that guy's hard drive. He's a predator apologist. You see, I'm talking about it was a woman that said, nah, y'all ladies was just being fast. Oh, yeah. All that bullshit, man. Come on, man. Nigga, the jig is up. That's all I have to say. The jig is up. You know what I mean? Pyro said, come on, Myron, please apologize for the sake of what's left of his reputation. Myron, I've been really, I've tried to give Myron a chance because he's from Connecticut. Because I'm one of those people, if you come from my state, even if you're faulty, even if you're sketchy, even if it's a confirmed you're a grifter, I will be like, look, he probably couldn't make it doing anything else in life. Whatever. It is what it is. So I tend to give Myron pass because he comes from my state. But it's just I can't no more, man, with this guy. How's he gonna diss CGA? Without CGA, he would have. By the way, I found Fresh and Fit because of CGA. And I think maybe low key, I tended to stay off Fresh and Fit's radar in terms of dissing them that much because of CJ was on there. You know what I mean? But if Myron is dissing CGA, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not saying CGA can't, because sometimes CGA will go full Tommy Sotomayor and he'll think everybody is stealing from him, even though a lot of people are. But sometimes he'll go full Tommy Sotomayor and he'll just say, everybody copy me, and then he'll like accuse somebody. Like I talked about when he accused Corey Holcomb of stealing. I'm like, that's not, that's just not true, right? But I don't know why I can't open this bottle of lotion. But anyways. Anywho, let's see if I can. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But yeah, I be trying to give Myron chance after chance, and this ninja be one. I can't. It's really hard to respect, broski. Ah, here we go. Got the lotion working. Got the lotion working. Oh man. He said, I try to give Myron many. XVYJZ says, I try to give Myron many chances, but too much shucking and jiving. It was interrupting. Oh, you mean what he be doing that kick? He be doing that the Ku Klux stuff. He be trying to join white supremacist streams on X. They be kicking him out. That's some funny-ish, boy. Yeah, too much shucking and jiving, man. But like I said, I even, it's too bad, because unfortunately, I see a lot of niggas nowadays, man, where, and me, I encourage black men just to vote conservative just for the hell of it. But there's too many self-proclaimed wannabes where they think they think the job of a conservative is to be talking crazy about ninjas. They think that's their job. They think that's what it means to be a conservative. Oh man, good Lord. I just remember I grew up at a time where you could be a registered Republican but still vote Democratic people in, or dudes that were Democrats, registered Democrats, and they would still vote in people that were Republican from time to time. It would just depend on if the policies would line up. But now everything is so tribal now. Like everything is so unga da bungo, right? Like Chronic would say. And people can't look at it, think things objectively when it comes to politics. Right now, I saw something because I'm gonna have to call out one of my older peers, right? Better Bachelor, right? I gotta call him out, and many other conservatives in this manosphere space. I gotta call them out. See this? He said, "Dry hands, ass ninja." Yeah. I saw something. It's basically what's happening in Iran. I'll talk about it. It is what it is. They're talking about the people in Iran were being they were freed or something, and then so much so there were conservative males, American conservative males, praising us for what we did to Iran, and then their proof was, look at the women of Iran. The women of Iran are so happy they're free. And I'm like, I'm like, do you think that's a good sign? Like, don't you find that a little bit worrying that there's all these Iranian women saying that, thank you, America, for what you guys did. We're free now. And you had conservatives in the comments talking about, well, we did a good thing. We freed these people. Now they could we can instill our values. And I'm like, what do you mean instill values? What values? What you mean the values of women leaving their family, destroying their family, twerking on the internet, showing their whole bare wet ass? That's the values. That's the values we got. That's what we bring in. Where women can now start divorcing their husbands at nauseum like it ain't nothing. Yeah, he said the women. Yeah, he said the women of Iran are just going to flash their melons on Instagram. It's like you got a whole bunch of broads, Iranian broads, that are like, yes, yes, and I'm just like, we're fucked. I'm just in there like, shit, this is not good. And I'm seeing guys, even older dudes like Joker, aka Better Bachelor, and I'm like, you don't see that? Like, I think we fucked up. I think we fucked up. I really don't, I think these so-called right-leaning men or these so-called conservatives, they don't want patriarchy, bro. These dudes, what they want, they just want a virtue signal and save hoes. That's what they want to do. All they want to do is save hoes and virtue signal. We're cooked. And but they're so concerned about the liberals being pro Iran that they don't even see, like, right now it's backwards. So right now you have like the liberals being against what America's doing, even though like it should be reversed. It should be liberals actually praising the situation and the conservatives saying no, but it's reverse. Like, and you even see with with the small hats, like you would think that the conservatives would be against a foreign country's interference in American politics, in American finance, right, in American discourse, but it's the reverse. And so many people are so stuck up in, oh, I don't want to be sided with the liberals or I don't want to be sided with the conservatives, that they don't even see basic common sense. I'm talking about like basic common sense. They're so worried about what the liberals are going to think. I'm like, this is why this whole politics stuff is a waste of time. Damn near a waste of time. Because I'm looking at it just common sense wise. I'm like, what do you mean giving them their values? They're gonna have no fault divorce. That's the values we finna give Iran. No fault divorce, child support. uh, he says, Iran already saw what's America's and other countries like mine and said, nah, that's not happy over here, or else they'll all die out. Let their women do anything they want and destroy the country. This is why I've also noticed. This is why I've also noticed. And Nick, Nicholas F., everybody's favorite guy. You know who I'm talking about when I say Nicholas F., right? That's Mr. Fuentes, right? He repeated what I said. I'm not saying he copied me. I'm just saying he repeated what I've been saying. I think I said this, like, I came to this conclusion last year. I said, I think we owe these so-called third world countries an apology, because they are very, when it comes to, so-called advancing their country, moving their country forward, like technologically and stuff, they've always been very like, I don't know, they tend to heavily gatekeep technological advancement, right? You know, technological progress. And I used to wonder, why don't they just, because, and then they won't even accept help, but what they've accepted, they know female nature. They know the more progressive your country is, the more first world your country is, the less and less that women need you, right? So they came to this conclusion ages ago, right? Ancient, like civilizations ago. And they've just come to the conclusion like, look, we're just going to have to accept the pros and cons of not technologically advancing our country. So that's why, like, we'll talk about, oh, these countries they're so behind, and there's the technology, they're they be enslaving their women. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. We owe those countries an apology. They just accept it because there's cons that come with not progressing your society a certain way. But I heard Nicholas F say, I'm like, hey, that's what I said. I was like, I hope it seems like people are finally coming to the same conclusion that I already came to. Oh, like this backwater country right here, they don't have this and they don't have that. Nah, they know exactly what they're doing. That's why you'll have even certain Middle Eastern countries, they'll be advanced, they'll be technologically advanced, they'll be first world, like, and everything, but everything is through patriarchy. Everything is through men first, the family first. They do it where women can't just, because when that happens, that's when you start dealing with, oh, we got a negative birth rate. Oh, people don't want to start families. People don't want to. At the end of the day, it's an arms race. At the end of the day, it's an arms race. Arms race. And when we talking about arms, we just talking about people. It's just a matter of, mind you, that's not my light. That's somebody with the spotlight. Hold on, I saw a couple of XVY Jay Z chats. Yeah, Pyro says the women of Iran, they're just gonna flash their melons. Yeah, they're gonna be showing their ass. They're gonna be wearing yoga pants. They're gonna be on Tinder. That's the values that we're gonna be instilling. Oh, we're gonna give them Christianity. All right. I'm just in there just like, I'm like, the conservatives, they've been really disappointing me. I'm not even pissed off anymore. I'm just very disappointed that they don't see, if you got a whole bunch of women praising you, that nah, mm-mm, we doing it wrong. We're definitely we on the wrong side of history. XVYJC says, I noticed when CGA did his Women Morph stream, which is my favorite stream of his many, of his conservative, he said many of his conservative chatters, mainly white ninja conservatives, were pissed in the chat because they didn't want to accept the fact that TradCon is just the final morph women do. Oh, they still think that there's good trad women out there. They still on that. By the way, there was like a lot of, with the Andrew Wilson CGA debate, there was a lot of so-called CGA supporters that took Andrew Wilson's side. CGA has no solutions. I'm just like, there's no hope. Look, the information that we have now, we're not even supposed to have this information. This is why our channels are so suppressed. This is why our views get suppressed. This is why this information is not supposed to be public. So we have this information. We have the knowledge now about marriage. We have the knowledge about all the stuff that happens in this cold-blooded game. We have all the information we need. And dudes still want to be on the plantation. After, like I said, after 2026, for me, I'm just saying for me, after 2026, I can't be, if dudes are still getting married and doing all these kind of things, these little deals with women, especially with Gen Z women, that's on them. I can't be like, damn, look at this victim. Our forefathers didn't have I don't want to say these guys' names, but Kevin Samuels and all these people, Andrew Tate, even though I don't like any of those guys, but they didn't have this type of, freedom to choose. Men have the options now to like, you don't have to take care of those hoes anymore. You really, you're good now. You're free, but it is what it is. They still, I can't believe they still can't accept that shit. That's funny, man. I can't believe they're still on that. There's some good trad girls out there. I'm like, don't y'all know? Women made that, women made that meme, by the way. You know, the meme where they said the final form of a 304 is a religious woman. A woman made that meme. It was a woman that originally made that meme. Women know this. They're literally telling you these. They say, look, boy, they'll even talk about, they'll be like, how come all these housewives I be seeing nowadays are ones that I know they was giving top to ninjas in the back of the bleachers behind the school steps, giving ninjas hand jobs and blow jobs and all this type of stuff. They said these are it's women that will snitch on other women. They'd be like, those are the women that I see getting wifed up. Because they know how to pivot. That's why those hoes be getting wifed up. And like I said, it seems like guys still fall for it. You see this. He said, yeah, men can't handle the truth. Yeah, they can't. They can't. XBY Jay-Z says, I'm so happy I know this stuff with women. It feels like a cheat code. Well, I always say this. That's true. And then on top of that, I just think being a man in general is the cheat code. At the end of the day, did you see the dwarves that faced these ladies? Peace be upon you, midnight sun. Greetings, hopefully all is well, man. Shout out to you. Let me see. Maybe should I drive? Because I still gotta drive to the indoor soccer spot that I gotta go to in a little while. But if you saw that competition, that strength competition with the dwarves and they took like the strongest female fitness models, and then they took like female, like strong Amazon women type chicks, and they had them face off in a strength competition against the world's strongest dwarves. And the dwarves, the male dwarves dusted them. I'm talking about dusted them. And these were like the top athletic ladies that they could find. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching this. And it just reminds me of a time when I told AJ, I said they need to replace the women. They need to replace the women in war and replace them with the midgets. Because at least the midgets, the male midgets, they can do things. You can have them do like certain type of thing. You can actually use them as a weapon to do some interesting type things. Because of their height, because of whatever they can sneak into, they can do some things, some special forces type ish for people of that stature. What the fuck? What the fuck are you gonna do with a woman, a female soldier? What are you gonna do with that? What can you do with that? That's why I say being a man is the cheat code to life. This is why women, at the end they get so tight at what. Like they'll get upset just because we can just literally I can just go to my porch and then just play some music. I'll be on vacation and I'll just go to the porch, put some music on, and just look at the beach and just be happy and just be like, I'll be on the porch. Like I remember when I went to Daytona 4 or 5 years ago and I went to see the truck thing that they be having, and I'm just watching the young kids having their parties, and I was just enjoying just seeing them, just seeing the rednecks going at it. Dudes flipping off with the big, and it just brought me happiness. I'm in the sun, I feel good, it's hot. That's all it takes. I can just literally just sit there and just and then no, I have no responsibilities for the rest of the day. All of my responsibilities is for the next day, and I can just sit there and just, I'm good, and just relax for like an hour, and then I'm just, that's my happiness. Women, they can't like, they can't really be happy, and then on top of that, they basically have the strength of a 11-year-old girl for the rest of their life. Like, that shit is annoying. Really, like, I'd be annoyed if basically I just stopped getting stronger at 11 years old or 10 years old. That's basically women's life. So being a man is the cheat code. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck we got with the, female soldiers. I don't know why we do this. This is just ridiculous. In my, that's just, this is just ridiculous. But anyways, man. But when it comes, like I said, when it comes to Demi Lovato and Keke Palmer, now Demi Lovato, well, Keke Palmer said she had a boyfriend when she was 15 and the boyfriend was 20. Demi Lovato said she didn't specify her age. She just said she was a teenager and her boyfriend was 30. This is very common. We all know this. Right? This is very common. Very common. So eventually I will show you the video today. I think that video, I got to make sure I drop that video tomorrow. I don't know why I can't drop any of my videos, or I'll be like in the middle of doing, because I edit most of my videos. So maybe I might need to hire an editor, but if I wanted to hire an editor, I would want to do it for like my music stuff. It's not necessarily for this. Like when I do like I said, when I do content like this is just me giving back. This is not how, this is, trust me, this is not how I make money. Somebody earlier in the stream, they asked like what I do, and I was very transparent with that person. I told him my main job, and then I told him what I do with my music, and then me work, because right now I'm working at right now I'm at a church, like a old school. Well, let me not be specific, but I'm working at a church right now. So I'm doing that, and then I got obviously my gigs throughout the weeks and stuff like that. Because every Saturday or Friday I'm gigging. It's rare that I have a Friday or Saturday off. I'm talking about a Friday night or Saturday night off. It's very rare. But yeah, I might have to, let me see if I can, let me see what times it's 9. No, sorry, it's 8:30 something. All right. I'm gonna head out. I gotta go. I don't want to be late. But man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning on this live. I get like, you guys got to tune into like the beginning of the lives and just see the random users that'll just come in on the live. That joy be crazy to me. But man, thank you guys for tuning in. I am going to head out. I don't want to be late for my pickup session. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And one day what I'm gonna do, one day I'm gonna do a New York City pickup session, or I'm gonna join one of those leagues in New York City and then just videotape myself for one day I might do that. But anyway, shout out to you guys, man. Peace out. Take care. And we're out. This is one of the rare times I did this on my phone, man. Peace out, guys. And salute to all the Warband members that